Oh, is that Isla's road?
I was like, that's the only person I've seen sit there.
So that's
like that's a bad thing to lose.
Yeah, I'll fix
Yeah.
that, don't worry.
Hi, Jessica. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. All right, I guess I have a couple questions for you.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Hi, Jessica. Miles, serve on Sports Illustrated. The last several times you played Blinkova, the matches were 3 sets, and she even got you last time at Indian Wells. What goes through your mind when you see an opponent across the net from you that's been really tough in the past matchups?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough knowing you're gonna get a tough match, but I also think like you know what to expect too, and I've won and I've lost, and I've known kind of what I've done really well in the ones that I've won, and maybe what I didn't do that well, or maybe what she did really well in those matches, and how I can kind of be ready for that and kind of change my game plan. But today I felt like I came out just playing my game, and it just kind of worked the entire match. So. I didn't really let her feel very settled, I think, throughout the whole match. So I think I just got a lot of free airs from her as well, and jumped on her, I think, really early those first and second set, which is always nice against someone like her, because I feel like she definitely gets a lot of energy from keeping it close and drawing out the games and kind of finding her rhythm.
You didn't give her any rhythm. You actually crushed it out there today, and you won in under an hour. I'm wondering, when a lot of things are going well, like they were today on the court, do you ever take a glance at the scoreboard and try to beat that 1 hour mark sometimes?
Yeah, I was like, oh, for sure, this will be like under an hour, like if I just get this game. And then I lost that like kind of long, it was back and forth where I had the match points. And then after, when he told me it was 58, I was like, oh man, like I cut it kind of close, like thinking I was gonna for sure be under an hour. But no, I think I always like to look at that as like little challenges. Obviously you don't want to like jinx yourself or like think ahead, but I think it gives you like a little bit of a goal. And I think kind of relaxes you a little bit, but also keeps you focused, because you're still thinking about, okay, like every single point, I want to win this by the 50-minute mark, or I want to win this here, or whatever it is. So yeah, sometimes it's nice to kind of toy with those little, goals throughout a match.
Speaking of goals, I think this is the first time you played back in the States on a WTA tour since the run to the US Open final. Do you feel like anything has been different since that moment? Do you take yourself differently as a player, or do fans treat you differently maybe from that run?
Yeah, I mean, even before that run, I feel like coming to the US, I've always had so much support, but I think definitely after that tournament, there are so many people watching the US Open those 2 weeks. Americans were doing really well, and I think now it's definitely a lot more excitement with fans. They always heard, that was such an amazing match at New York, you were playing amazing. So I think that's really cool, because in the US there's so many sports that are really popular, but when you can do well at, the biggest tennis event we have in the country, I think that definitely drew a lot of attention to me, even though I was already doing well before. But that whole kind of summer swing into that final, I've definitely noticed a lot more kind of fan excitement.
This is a question about like attention, and maybe I paid too much of attention to you, but when you first walked on the court, I noticed that you had your hair up in a bun instead of like your usual in a braid. A lot of tennis players are sort of superstitious with like even the smallest things. I'm just curious what changes in you to make that change of in a bun today, in a braid, like what kind of goes through your mind?
I've been going bun a lot lately because my hair is too long. And I did get a haircut the other day, but I like to keep it long. And he actually did a good job of keeping it pretty long, which I like. So even though now I probably could go back to the braid, now I'm like, well, I've had it in a bun since I started, so I might as well just keep it. And then a lot of players have been telling me they like when I wear it in a bun. They're like, oh, I love when you wear your hair in a bun. I'm just like, okay, cool. So, but like, maybe I guess I should just keep it. So there's really not a ton of superstition. It's just more, my hair was insanely long before, like for sure would have whipped me in the eye or something. And I've definitely lost points because of my hair. So I was just trying to take it out of
the equation.
Being a factor, yeah.
Okay. Another question, kind of referring to what you said on your post-match with Kondo. You mentioned country music, and you said it was authentic, not just because you're in Austin. I'm asking because it has gotten a lot of recognition lately, but does your country playlist, or when you press shuffle, does it include any of the tracks from Beyonce's Cowboy Carter? It's okay if it doesn't.
The one with Miley does, yeah. That one comes up.
Okay.
I didn't love her album. I liked a couple, but I was like, like I was expecting, like, I wish she went more country, because I felt like it would have been so good. And but the one with Miley featured what was it called again?
Two Most Wanted. I think.
Yes, that one. That one's on my list.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the Yaya song. I mean, that's catchy. But yeah, there's only been like one or two that I like. But I had really high. Maybe it's just because my standards with her is so high.
Don't feel bad. I'm the same way. So if
Okay.
you get any feedback, I got you. Yeah. That's it. That's all I have for you.
Okay, cool.
Congrats on the win. Good
Thank
luck.
you.